Hey, hi, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, wait, you can't respond to me. You're in the internet. You're just bits. You were bits all along. How could you do this to me? You don't really exist. All right, I'm gonna stop being unhinged for a second. Today, we're gonna work on the rates UI primarily. uh, Man, UI is not not easy. I can like on the bright side, I can kind of figure out how we need to structure this new UI element, but I'm just not. It's all very new feeling to me still, unfortunately. And I don't know. Maybe it's like a psychological thing where I just don't take UI seriously. I think UI and front end is just like the lesser thing. I mean, not for no reason, to be fair. It's not for no reason. All right, anyways, here's what we've got so far. Let me make sure this is not stretched. Okay, there we go. I kind of fixed it. What do we got? If I click here, we've got this new button, which needs some work, clearly. But yeah, you click this button, and it's supposed to pop up a thing. And here's what it is so far. It's not pretty. Um, but okay, but this is actually a table, and I had forgotten how obnoxious it is to make tables. So much, dude. There's so much. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Is my audio at like two different settings? I don't know. Let me turn myself up a little bit. I don't know what it is. Like a few weeks ago, I was nearly peaking my mic at this current audio setting. Well, the previous audio setting, and now that I bumped it up, I'm like not even close. Still, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, so like, if you want to make a table, you need a T body. This is, I think, largely for accessibility purposes that you wrap stuff like this. But it's like you've got T body, and then if you want a row of data, you start a T row, TR, and then you put TD for T data. And it's just like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Also, I don't know why this one is empty. Honestly, I don't know. And then there's this like column group thing, which you want to use if. Oh, weird. These two column groups are like overlapping. That's not how it's supposed to work. Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to work at all. I've got. Ooh, that looked weird. Look at this. I don't know why it does it, but it's weird. If you look at this, here's like a working table. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the column groups always look like they're overlapping when they're not actually. Well, that's stupid. Whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So what this is supposed to be is it's supposed to be a pop-up thing that pops up, and it's like a very convenient way, hopefully, for you to select a rate for the song that you want to play. Oh, and also there's supposed to be auto difficulty calculation, but I have to port my auto difficulty thing, which isn't very good. Got to port it from Python. I don't think I'm gonna even start that today. I'd be amazed if I could just get the UI done today. And of course, at the end of the day, hold on. I was thinking about this last night. Um, Also make the rate pop up for play from file. Switch to a non-abstract class. This. Yeah. Right now, there's only ever one rate pop up. if I use a non-abstract class, what that would let me do is it would have me save whatever state is in the rate pop-up for both play from file and play from online separately. I could save that state separately, which would be nice. Or maybe I don't save the state in. Logically, why would I save the state in the rate pop-up? Why would you know what? Frick you and your stupid ideas at midnight. That's a bad idea. Save the rate in this class. Save the rate here. And then we'll have an init function that's like current rate. Simple as can be. And current rate is what we will use to sort of center the list of items, right? We could have a list of like practically infinity options, except if you're going towards 0, there's actually kind of a finite number of things you can do in that direction. But towards the other direction, you go like practically scroll forever. So you want to be able to like center the UI, center the display on the current rate, so that the user, like in theory, I want to enable the user to try out different rates fast and easy. That's one use case, and then another use case is if they're completely unsure, if they're like, hey, I know the concept of playing a song at a certain rate, but I don't know what rate is right for me. I know the song that I want to play with a rate on it, though. They can click this rate button and see, like, okay, it's probably going to be like 1.2, so let me scroll down a little bit, wait a second or two for the auto difficulty to calculate, because hopefully that's fast enough for that. And it'll show them, like, oh, I usually play in the 50 to 60 range, and if I play at 1.3, it's actually telling me it's 70, so maybe I go for like 1.2, and if there's no perfect in between, then they can manually enter 1.25 or something like that. That's the story that I'm trying to deliver here. And I gotta figure out this freaking table thing, man. Like and I'm like trying to steal from this other table thing that I already built before, probably over a year ago, maybe multiple years ago. Is there any reason why? Wait, could I just say new cell dot inner? Oh, you know what? That's what we're gonna use. We're gonna use new cell dot inner HTML is equal to this, rather than trying to do append child. I don't like append child. What's the problem? I'm gonna change this to a string array. And then we're gonna say, hold on. No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine as it is. Because this is already attached to the row because we're using dot insert cell. Yep. 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 That way, that way, I can not have to wrap everything in spans if it's just literally going to be text in these things. Yeah, I think. Am I ever gonna have non-text in here? No, yeah, no. I don't. I better just use inner text. Yeah. Um. But this is correct. But how am I gonna get the radio button in there? Because all my tables so far have this concept of when you click on this, it selects the radio button. And I kind of like that, honestly. Because this I could style. I could style this arbitrarily, and I could have it extend over this whole width or whatever I decide to do later on. This is really good. At least I think it is, in theory. Maybe I do want to use a Ben child. Well, look at that. That's just pure text, right? I will use these IDs to style these elements using CSS at some point. At some point, eventually, one day, I will do that. let me try doing this. I'm gonna go look at the CSS for a second now. Okay, this is the thing that's going to cover the whole screen and make it so you can't click on anything besides the pop-up thing. At least I think that's what it'll do. Position absolute. Top 0. Left 0. Width 720. Height 480. Yes, my game is very low resolution. Thanks for reminding me. And background RGBA black with the tiniest bit of opacity, and that'll make it feel like it's graying out everything else. Rate pop-up div, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Don't know where it got that recommendation from, but it's probably somewhere in there. No! What have I done? God dang freaking... Alright. Okay, at least it cloned it in there. How much did it clone? None. Good. I was researching auto steppers earlier. Well, like a few days ago. It's hilarious that it's like, oh yeah, remember that thing you were doing a week ago? You probably want that, right? No. I want to do this thing that I always do. I want to compile. That looks nothing like I thought it would look. Wow. Hey, well, on the bright side, cannot click this stuff, so that's cool. Basically what I wanted. It just doesn't. Right, this is the container div. But this should have a color, right? I didn't really notice it darkening things. Can you... Oh my god, don't tell me what's new, for fuck's sake. Okay. You're telling me there is a background, and it is really just super transparent. Okay, okay. So we probably want like 4.4. That's fair. Now, the table has a width and a height. I don't know if I want that, but I do want this rate pop-up to have a width and a height. Can you do that? I don't know. I've never done this before. I see the bug. I'm not worried about it. Oh, hey, look at that. Yep, that's bit messed up, obviously, but it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. You can't click on the stuff behind it. That's perfect. That's just what I want. There would be a button down here that's like confirm, and this is supposed to help you pick it. Okay. Progress. Progress, progress, progress. Now, how do I put stuff in it? See, this is the weird part. I kind of want the user to start out um, scrolled to, wow, my voice. Scrolled to the middle of some list of options so that when they scroll up or down, they're sort of like communicating their intentions to me. That's what I need. Well, for starters, I need to not have just a bunch of junk in there. I think content is going to be a global. Because when the user picks something from the table, I need it to correspond to an element in contents, so I can actually get the contents. So I've got a lot of empty rows here. What if I do this? I don't know. Not particularly interesting to look at. Hmm. Oh, it's mad at me. Um, how do I help you? Oh, right. I don't care about you, though. Do we actually see something on the screen now? We don't. What's the deal, man? What's the deal? The column group is generating correctly, in theory, but no contents. I. No, that's fine. Is this not a correct loop that I'm doing? I don't Oh, interesting. Okay, that's fair. Cannot read properties of undefined reading push. Line 39. This is the contents that push. Oh, I'm not calling init. Only ever calling draw. That's fair. You know, that's fair. There we go. That makes me happy. Very good. I wish the text was not black, though. It's not supposed to be. Okay, now that will make it white text, I think. And we'll match everything else in theory. Yeah, that's basically right. Still not scrolling, though. Which means. What does that mean? You know, can I. Where's the styling for the menu table? I need that. Hmm. I don't know. Um, how does. Okay. How do you get styled? Where does your style come from? The menu table class, I suppose. Okay. Okay. I could do that. Uh, am I adding this correctly? Radio table div. Oh, I just didn't notice it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, there it is. All right, that's fair. Oh, probably because I was looking at menu table, not radio table. There you go. Kind of. The background is a bit odd. I probably turn that off, I guess. and see what it looks like now. Okay, yeah, it looks the same, which is good. That's fine. Now, how do I account for the fact that I'm going to have some buttons at the bottom? 300 minus something. Like that, maybe. There you go. Now it scrolls. I don't know. Oh gosh. There's two scroll bars. I don't know what is happening here. Here's the div. You have a scroll bar. Now, is there something inside of you that also thinks it wants a scroll bar? Okay. Well, that's silly. Yeah, that's silly. You don't get a scroll bar, whatever you are in there. What? I don't. Uh, does that make their? I don't know why I did npx webpack. That's a little bit silly. CSS updates automatically. You goof. Okay, yeah. Why? What's your deal? What's your deal? How do I turn off scrolling here? Is there like none? Is that? I don't think that's an option. None is not. That's not an option. I don't know. I don't know what the right option is. That still makes it appear there. Why? Why? Question. Question. Does this menu table class do some stupid stuff? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Oh, I see now. The menu table applies to table and it gives it overflow Y scroll. I understand now. I understand now. Okay. That's unexpected. That's very unexpected. Okay. So if I just don't do anything there, then we'll be good to go? No. No, we won't. pretty confused. Okay, so you have class game and class menu table, and the table has a width and a height. The table has a width and a height. Okay, not the div containing the table, but the table itself. Sure, why not? There we go. That magically fixed it. That's cool, I guess. Sure, why not? I'm not too bothered by that. And we've got this space down here like we want. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I could use some headers, right? I could use some headers on this table. How did I add? Okay. What? Oh, no header for the first thing. Okay, that's fair. Why would I not just define my headers as empty string, comma, whatever, comma, whatever? Does this work? I guess this. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that works. Just as it is. It works. It works as it is. Okay, that's fine. And somehow the column widths just worked, which I'm skeptical of. Hmm. It's not exactly accurate, is it? Whatever. Whatever. It worked. So now I'd like to automatically scroll to the middle. How do I do this? Let me Google this real quick. No, that's not what I want. I don't want scroll into view. Scroll to. Elements don't have the scroll to. Window has scroll to, but Elements don't have scroll to. Scroll top or scroll left is what I would need to use. Okay. I can kind of guess at how. Hmm. Okay, well, actually, before I scroll, I need to make sure the contents are in there, right? Table dot scroll top scroll to scroll top. What does scroll to do? Okay, X or Y. Scroll top. Can I think if I ask for the client height, it's gonna give me the full amount. So we'll say 260 here. I would say table.client height. Um, and scroll top needs to be some function of these two numbers. I think it's something like table total height minus table display height over 2. I think that's the answer. That will scroll it to the middle in theory. It doesn't scroll it to anywhere, actually. As it turns out, it doesn't scroll it absolutely anywhere. Why, though? Tell me, won't you please? Tell me, tell me. It's possible that those two numbers are the same numbers, in which case I would get 0. Aha! That's interesting. Uh, so this is probably what I want. That's probably what I want, right? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. What's a little bit weird is it's not totally clear. I guess like this. Well, one, two, three, one, two, three. It's kind of like this is the center, like around here somewhere. And I mean, it's not ideal. I would kind of prefer it to be centered on an item. Hmm. Is it like that because why is it like this? Why are you like this? What's your problem? Well, there's an even number of elements for one thing. Okay, if there were an odd number of elements, would that be better? Would that magically fix the problem that I'm perceiving? What? Hello? Where did you come from, Mr. Horizontal Scroll Bar? I didn't invite you. I did not invite you at all. Maybe I do width 100%, and then it'll actually realize that it can't do that horizontal scroll bar nonsense. No, no, I guess not. But what's weird is this doesn't have a horizontal scroll bar problem. This encounters situations where it could have that problem, but it instead does a line break. So I don't know what's up with that. Is that, well, okay, I didn't need to do npx webpack. That fixed it. That did fix it. You can't scroll horizontally, which is good. That's what I want. Okay. That's okay, I guess. I don't understand. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. It's fine for now. Wait a second. Okay, so if I click right here, what do I get? Okay. So this is like the closest to the centered element I guess I'm gonna get. Which I guess is correct because there's 5 here and there's 5 here. So it's pretty good. It's okay. That's cool. That's all right. Now, question. How do I do this whole dynamically adding elements thing? This is basically solved. But what I want to do is on scroll detect whether we're at the top or the bottom. Or we're quote unquote near enough to the top and near enough to the bottom. At which point we should try adding another element. Table dot on scroll. There's not a scroll event. Wheel event? I don't think that's right. JavaScript on scroll. UI event, supposedly. Unless this looks like it's React, in which case I don't. Well, maybe that is what I want. Okay. And you can provide a type here. HTML table element. Is that correct? Oh, this is not a generic. Okay, never mind. Let me make sure that that event is hooked up correctly now. Okay, interesting. It did the event when I initialized the item, when I created the element. That's fine. That's very good. That's very good. Is there question? Is there a JavaScript thing that's like, is it in view? JavaScript is element visible? Hmm. Ah, okay. You could sort of write your own little thingy. Um, how do I access the elements of this table, though? How do I access these table elements? If I had an array of all the table elements, then I could say, hey, top table element, what's your y position? Is your y position greater than the y position of your parent container? If so, then you're not really being displayed, are you? Uh, tables. Can I insert at the top out of curiosity? Oh? Can I look up the documentation for this? JavaScript insert before. Does that do what I think it does? Okay, cool. Yeah, it does work how I think it works. So what I think I might do is refactor this quite a bit. Can't spell. Now create row will actually create a row. And it will just do that without any side effects. And I will say, yeah, create row, and then I'll say this dot table body dot append child. Let row equal this append child of row. This dot table rows dot push row. Okay, and now I can do this whole checking the top and bottom logic. So I would say table this dot table rows bracket 0. Do something with that, and then same idea with this one. Okay, what do I do with this guy? I ask the question, hey, where are you right now? What's your location? Client top, I think. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me make an intermediate variable. Let top row HTML table row element equal this guy. And then I ask about the client top of that guy. And then I say let bottom row equal this whole nightmare. And then I'm going to ask about the client top plus the client height of that guy. Okay, client top, I'm going to compare it to the client top of table. I don't want to compare it to the client top of the table. I actually want to compare it to the client top, or rather the client bottom of. I want to compare it to the client bottom of the header row. Ay, 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 love to hit Control B by accident. Okay. Yeah, if we know what the table header is, then we can ask questions about it later on. We can say table this.table header, let header bottom equal this.table header dot client height minus this.table header dot client height. Is that okay? Something's wrong there. Dot client top. I do top plus. Actually, it's plus because the top of the window is 0, and you add when you go down. So it's client top plus client height of the header. Now we know the header bottom. And we say, is the client top of the header, is the client top less than the header bottom? Is that what we want to ask, actually? That's maybe not what I want to ask. I kind of want to ask if the bottom of the top row is within view. That's kind of actually what I want to ask. So maybe I say client top plus top row let top row bottom is equal to this. Okay. And then I want to ask, is the top row bottom, if the top row bottom is visible, meaning the top row bottom is greater than the header bottom, then I don't know. That, I guess. And now, what am I asking here? I want to know if the bottom row top is what? I want to know if the bottom row top is visible above the table bottom. Let table bottom number equal table dot client top plus table dot client height. Okay. And then I say if the top of the bottom row is above, meaning less than table bottom, then console.log. That's not how you spell that. Should add bottom. Ta-da, I think. I don't know. I didn't use this at all. Let's see what this is up to now. Well, that's not amazing, is it? Something's amiss. Okay. Top row bottom is 39 somehow. And the bottom row top is 0. Does that make any sense at all? Oh, weird. They're always the same number. Okay. I've been foiled. I guess I don't know how to find the position of an element. Here, let me take. Um, look at look. Don't you have like X and Y positions? I don't. So if I take $0, what can you tell me? Dot client height. Yeah, that's clear. Client. How about client top? That's clearly not your client top. That's cute. Oh, hey, look at that. That looks like a real value. And if I scroll, do I get a different one? Ooh, it doesn't look like I do. 130. Hold on. No, it is different. It is different. Okay. What do you return? You return a DOM rect. Great. Top is gonna be Y. That's gonna be height, I think. Header. I think I can use client top and height for those. I don't really know. I don't really know, dude. I don't make the rules. Okay. Top row bottom is allegedly 10. And it says I should add the top element quite quickly, and that's incorrect. It's like one off. How about the bottom? Okay, bottom never says it should be added. Bottom row, top. So I guess I'll check with the table, right? This table here. Because the table, I think that isn't the table the thing that I'm using to compare against? Yeah, I'm trying to get the table bottom. Okay, is it reasonable what I'm trying to do? $0 dot client top. Client height is correct. Client top is not correct because I don't know. Is this? No, that's not it. Not offset top. How many different tops could I possibly look at? I don't think that's I don't think that's it. Okay. So I'm just gonna use get bounding client rect again on the table. Okay. In theory now, the bottom should work as intended. Where it only tells me to add a bottom element once it's just slightly in view. The top needs some work still. Well, that's wrong. All right, let me go back in there. Hey, what's your deal, man? Okay. Top row bottom, header bottom. Header bottom is allegedly minus 30. Oh, screw me, I guess. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It doesn't know where the header is. It doesn't actually. Uh, I have no words. my own my own visual library, which is not even mine. The browser. The browser is lying to me when it tells me the bounding box of the item. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I kind of do know what to do about that. It's just frustrating. Okay, so I don't need to get the header rect, probably. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say table rect y plus this dot header dot client height, because I'm pretty sure client height is accurate, and I don't have to do get bounding client rect. Okay, for real this time. This time for sure. That's a good start. Let's see, what does it say? It says to me that the header bottom is 79. Do I believe that? I might believe that. That's pretty good. Now I just got to figure out how to actually add elements like that. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like this reminds me a little bit of the doubly linked list thing that I did a couple weeks ago. But this is going to be something like um, create row. I don't know what contents it's going to have. And then we're going to say this dot table rows, the top one dot insert before. And then this dot table rows, this array, we need to add an element to the front of it. which I'm not sure. Shift removes the first element. No. Dot. Push adds to the end. Unshift. Unshift. What are we unshifting, though? Well, the row, naturally. Yeah. I think that seems right. Oh, you're mad. This is not what you want, somehow. An argument for child was not provided. This dot table I insert before. I don't. I'm inserting before this. How is that not clear? That makes me suspicious. Suspicious that I'm not using this correctly. Are you meant to be a static thing? You're not. I don't know why you're so weird about this. Is it meant to be? Is this node meant to be like there's node and this is not clear at all. Okay, let me look at the documentation for this. The insert before method of the node interface inserts a node before a referenced node as a child of a specified parent node. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming why I'm guessing what are the arguments? Interface inserts a node before a reference node. Oh, okay, wait a second. So I actually would say okay. Row dot insert before this guy. And I'm gonna make it a child of our table. The table. The table. This guy dot parent. It's the table. The parent of the row is the table. Row dot insert before this guy. But why child? What wouldn't you call that parent? Let me read the documentation again. Insert before. Oh no. Okay, I'm not. Oh, this interface is the worst. The first argument you're supposed to provide is the node to be inserted. The second node is the node before which new node is inserted. Oh. Wait, so it's actually it's parent dot insert before this is not going to be happy, is it? It's fine. It doesn't need to be HTML table. parent table dot insert before. So table dot insert before, we're inserting the row, and it's gonna be here. Is that right? Let me look at the documentation again. The first argument is the new node to be inserted. The second argument is the node before which new node is inserted. Okay. Very confusing, but I figured it out. Okay. Maybe I call this new row. Yeah, sure. Parent table to insert before new row. Parent table to insert before this guy. Insert. Well, it's not insert before anymore. Okay. Well, that's kind of a wash, isn't it? Parent table dot oh, hold on. I can just cast this. Nope. Yep. Okay. Insert row. Oh, this creates a new row. Okay, don't need to do that. Wow, good thing I don't have to delete any rows. I wouldn't want to have to figure that out. Table rows dot push new row. Wow, what a nightmare that was. We could test this out just to see if it works. See what it does. See what new behavior it has. No? Oh, wait. No, this, yeah, this is top. Okay, let's see what nonsense it does when I start adding elements. It could be very messy. That's a lot. That's a lot, isn't it? Holy crap. Down is way more reasonable. Look how reasonable down is. Scrolling up is absolutely awful. Okay, so that tells me that there's some scroll nonsense going on. That works perfectly fine when I scroll down, but not when I scroll up. Uh-huh. Well, scrolling down works perfectly at least. Yeah, scrolling up is just not great. Okay. So I guess I need to figure out what I'm doing there. I need to change its scroll position, I suppose. Um, what's the issue? I guess I want to scroll it down, right? Something like that, maybe, will prevent it from being so terrible. No, that's the wrong direction. Wrong direction. That's really good, actually. That's actually really great. Honestly, it's perfect. I'm really lucky. I was worried that this little in between border nonsense was gonna murder me, but I guess it's all right. All right, we have infinite scroll. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We need to we need to add actual values in there though, rather than the fake values that we're currently using. Yeah. Oh, what to do? What to do? All right, I'm gonna take a break for a minute. I could only go another like 50 minutes or so. So when I come back, I don't know, it's gonna be like 45 minutes left. But I definitely want to take a break. My back is not happy right now. So I'll be right back. Hello. Hello, hello. Let's get back to coding. 45 minutes. That is how long I have remaining before I have another scheduled thing. I have another scheduled thing, okay? I don't want to talk about it. It's private. um okay. So we're doing pretty good. Honestly, actually this is great. Like this is this is pretty great. I, I'm pleasantly surprised that it's been as reasonably difficult, not insanely difficult as it has been. So that is all good. We don't need any more console dialogues. Now my problem is I want to make these rows actually real. They're not real right now, and I'd like them to be real, preferably. So the first column needs to be radio buttons. That's tricky. Yeah, that's a little bit tricky. Oh, there's just too many nested calls. This is obnoxious. Okay, something like this. Okay. New row dot insert cell. I think I still need to do that. Yeah, and then I need to dot append child. Is that doable? Is that doable? I think so. Yeah, I think that's doable. And then there's going to be something like new row dot on click, right? No. What are my contents? This is my contents. And I don't want to be 3 columns now. I just want to be 2 columns. I think. Okay, so that'll make a radio button that doesn't do anything, I think. In the first column. Hey, look at that! Oh my. Oh dear. Oh gosh. That's just not great. I clicked a row though. I clicked a row there too. Man, it sure doesn't select the radio button. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, let's go in and figure out one other thing first though. Yeah, this should not be a 3-element array. Should only be a 2-element array. Now it won't instantly explode, I think. That's honestly makes me very happy. Yeah, and if you hold up and down, it kind of works the same speed. That's cool. I don't know why clicking this does not highlight that particular radio element. They need to be numbered, I guess. Row.onClick. Parent is equal to HTML element, the target of the mouse click, dot parent element. How would that... How would the parent be table row? Inner input input.checked equals true. Huh? That's silly. I wouldn't... Why don't you just do radio option dot checked equals true? Huh? Whoa. Look, you got the radio option right there. Huh? I don't... That's a bit weird, right? Now, did I break all my radio tables across the whole game? No. No, that was just a coding oversight, I think. Very good. Okay, cool. We have infinite scroll now. And, okay. Now, can I actually put real contents in the contents? That sounds crazy, I know. Do I do it the simple way, which would be looking into the table contents and doing, n plus zero point 0.1 or n minus zero point 0.1? Is that the strategy? Because if I didn't do that, then I'd have to know a lot more information that I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know all this nonsense. Maybe I don't want this contents array for now, right? Maybe I don't want this. Okay, we know we want I equal, okay, hold on. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want I equals 5 to be 0. So is it like, I think it's I minus 5 times 0.1 plus the center. Except for the case where the current rate is not a 0.1. The current rate could be, I don't know, something else. So we would do like math dot, no, it's like round, no, to n places, x1. Okay, that's pretty good. And then this needs to be smarter. Well, not that smart yet. We do the dot 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 thing. And what do we do? We say we're going to unshift a new rate. Simple as that, I suppose. We are going to have a floating point problem eventually, I'm sure. But maybe we can just ignore it for a little while. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Radio option. Okay, this is a little bit tricky though. How do how do I get the index of the clicked row? That's a little bit weird. It's harder here than before because of the fact that it can change. It can change the size of the array up and down. Okay, yeah, that's basically right. It's basically what we expect. Yep, there's the floating point. We love it. I'm sorry. You want to come at me again with that? Oh, okay. Basically 0. Cool. Thanks. I love it. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. We can't do 2 fixed. We can't do 2 fixed because that's truncating the value, not rounding it. That's working. Okay, very good. Yes, yes, very good. Wow, it's actually really fun to scroll in this little thing. Yeah, it's really fun to scroll. Okay. So, we need to set a hard cap on the rate. At least the ones that show up here. Okay. Question though. How do you know? How do you know the rate of the thing that you're about to add? Well, you don't unless you bring it out. So we're gonna have to bring it out. Right, and then we're gonna be like, if new rate hello? That was odd. I typed in 0.1 and it's like, I don't understand your input. What is user input? I don't know. Okay, if new rate is less than this dot minimum rate, then, well, I would say if it's greater than or equal to, then you're allowed to do that. Otherwise, don't do anything. Otherwise, don't do anything. What do we think? Is that going to work? Yes, that is going to work. That's going to work exactly as planned. I don't know why this is sticking around. This is looking good. This is looking really good so far. Very, very good. I'm pretty happy with that so far. It's looking how it's supposed to. How great is that? I love it. All right. Well, what next? I know eventually we're going to have this weird, like, queuing system for calculating the difficulties. I I guess number array. Uh, I'm trying to think. What would the worker do when it has finished its work? What information can we give it that will make it so that it can insert the result when it's done? You know, I could make a separate difficulties array. See, what I can't do is tell the worker, hey, your work corresponds to index number 5 or whatever. Because the array may have changed before they're done with their work. But what won't have changed is the rate number. That's going to stay the same. So probably what the worker has to do is say like was whenever they're done, they come over here into the rates array and they look up the value that they did the work for. And that's how they get the index. There's probably no other way to do that realistically. Oh, well, I could make like a map or whatever, but there's no point in doing that. Doing a sequential lookup is kind of no big deal because there's not going to be that many elements in here. I could do a binary search if I really wanted to, but there's no point. Okay. So the difficulty calculation work queue is basically just going to be a list of rates, I think. It's like, hey, here's the rate. Given this rate, what's the difficulty? And it's going to have to, yeah, it's going to have to do a lot of work, isn't it? Yeah, I think I envision that working. There might have to be like some intermediate products that I store in an array for certain kinds of calculations in order to be able to chunk it properly. And then there's always the first step, which is converting the step file, converting all the note times in the step file from what they currently are to from the normal time to whatever they would be under the new rate. But I think that's maybe just one task, and then we on the next iteration we're like, hey, have you completed the first task? If yes, then start the next phase. So it's going to be like a state machine kind of task. Yeah, that seems doable. All right. I think about a time though, basically. Yeah, if I want, I gotta, I gotta do a couple things before the actual meeting. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna call it here. But I'm very happy with the problems that I solved today. We've got the UI. It's looking great, and it's got the infinite scroll working. I want these guys to be animated as well eventually. And it's going to be really basic animation. It's just going to basically, every third of a second or so, it's going to be 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. It's going to keep switching between it to indicate to the user, hey, it's doing work. And then there's going to be a little numerical input here. And then if they want to confirm, they click the confirm button, and that closes this. And I'll of course, confirm will check the validity of this value. If it's not actually a number, then they don't get to leave the screen, and they'll be trapped here forever. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, especially VOD viewers. I don't think we had anyone live today. Tomorrow's a weird thing. I've got an interview in the smack dab in the middle of the day because I'm looking for a job. And also, I've got another call with some random person that talked to me on LinkedIn. And that might take like an hour or 2 hours or something crazy like that. So hopefully I'll actually stream tomorrow, but it might be like later in the day, which could be good for some people. I don't know. So yeah, hope to see you then. Until then, however, farewell.